Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you are fine. So today we'll be discussing about unit 15. Okay, unit 15, and we'll be doing exercise 15.2. Since in our previous video we have already explained about the unitary system and exercise 15.1. If you haven't watched that, then you can go through that and get the knowledge of the basic unitary methods. So the main idea of the unitary methods, as you know, there will be the formula that is equal to total cost equal to the number of goods into cost of goods. So this one is the very important formula, that is total cost equal to the number of goods into the cost of one good. Okay, and the cost of one good equals to total cost upon number of goods. So this is the main formula, and today in exercise 12.15 we will be learning about direct variations and also the various problems which are based on the direct variations. So we'll be learning different sort of questions as well as how the calculation is done when there is a direct variations type of questions. Now let's understand what does the direct variation means. Okay, so here the direct variation means when one value increases, then another value will also increase, or either if one value decreases, then another value also decreases. Here the condition will be suppose the two variables. Here the condition will be of two group, let A and B. Okay, so what happened when there will be the increase in A, there will be increase in B also. When there will be decrease in A, there will be decrease in B also. It won't be like alternative. When A will increase, B will not increase. So that won't be the condition. That one is another condition that we call it as a indirect variation. But here, since both of them are increasing, if one will increase, another will also increase. If one will decrease, another will also decrease. For example, you can take the example like cost and number of goods. Cost and number of goods. So what happens here? If the cost of, okay, so if the cost of one pen, here you can see the cost of one pen is rupees 10. Okay, so when now the goods of number of goods increases, suppose it becomes 5 pen. Since here you can understand that from 1 pen it has been increased to 5 pen, then the cost of the 5 pens will also increase, and which is equal to 5 into 10, which is equals to 50. So you can see here when one variable increased, another variable will also increase. When this goods number of goods has increased, the cost of goods has also increased. So this is the condition of direct variation. Okay, here we have to write this is direct variation. Okay, now here in the question you can see in exercise 15.1, here the table is given and the unit cost of two balls is 10. That means the cost of one ball will be 10 divided by 2 will be 5. So the cost of one unit is 5, right? So the cost of 4 unit is 5 4s are 20. Cost of 10 is 4 10s are 40. Like that, other questions are also very similar. And here you can see 25 copies cost 750. Find the cost of 20 copies. So this can be done in two methods. Okay, I'll be teaching you two different methods and which are very easy to understand also. So question number 2. Okay, so in question number 2, it's given 25 copies cost 750. Okay, so here we can do in one method. Method number 1. Method I will be like number of copies. Okay, and here in another side we'll be writing cost. Okay, so the number of copies is 25 and the cost is 750. Similarly, the cost of 20 copies it's asking, and we don't know the total cost, so we'll be supposing let x. Here let X be the total cost of 20 copies, and this is the case of direct variation. So if there is a case of direct variation, then we'll be writing it simultaneously. Since here, if the number of copy will decrease, then the value will also decrease, right? If the number of copy will increase, then the cost will also increase. So now we'll be writing as 25 upon 20 equals to 750 upon X, since this is a direct variation. Or now what we'll be doing? We'll be doing the cross multiplication. 25 into X equals to 750 into 20. Again, X will be here only. When this 25 will go in another side, it will divide. So 750 into 20 upon 25. Now let's do the calculation. We can do the calculation by 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. Again, this 750 can also be divided by 5. 5 1s are 5, and here it will be 5 1s are 5, 2 will be remaining, 5 5s are 25, and 0 will be there. So 150 into 4 will be there, 150 into 4, or X equals to, so 150 into 4 is equals to 600. Hence since we have supposed the cost is 600, so now we'll be writing hence the cost of 20 copies is rupees 600. So we will be writing the conclusion and everything will be perfect like this. Okay, you have to do in a similar manner. This is the method 1. This same method can be done in another way also. Let's see how to do. Okay, so what we can write of same question number 2. Okay, I'm using another method here. The cost of 25 copies is equal to rupees 750, right? Now the cost of, now you have to find the unit cost. Okay, that is the cost of one copy is equal to rupees 750 upon 25. Okay, now the cost of how much, how many number of copies, now you have to find out the cost of how many copies. Now you have to find out the cost of 20 copies is equal to rupees 750 upon 20 into, okay, sorry, it should be 25. Okay, 750 upon 25, this 25 will go down and it will become 25. So here also it will be 25. 750 upon 25 into 20 will be there. Okay, so now here also you can divide by 7, 25 ones are 25, 25 3s are 75, 0s are 0. So 3 0 into 2 0 will be there, and 30 into 20 is equals to 600. So you can get the answer from this method also. Hence the cost of 20 copies is rupees 600. So like this also you can do. So from this method also you got rupees 600 is the answer for 20 copies, and for here also this method also you got the answer 600. So from both of the method you can use, and whichever method you find it easy you can do it from that method also. Okay, in a similar manner in question number 4 you can see 6 cups of tea cost rupees 60. How many cups of tea can be bought for 150? So here the number of cups are given, okay, and rupees is given. Now how many cups, again number you have to found. So let's do this question. So in the question number 4 it's given given we have to write. Now I'm using the table method, okay, because that one is a bit easier. Whatever you feel easier, you can do it by that method. There won't be any problem. Okay, so here number of cop, okay, number of cops, and here it will be cost. So one will be number of cop and another will be cost. Okay, so here the number of cops now given. At first it was given 6. Okay, in question, let me show you the question again. 6 cups of tea cost 60 rupees. How many cups of tea can be bought for rupees 150? That means 6 cups given and it will cost rupees 60. And now rupees 150 is given, but you don't know how much amount, how much number of cup you will be buying it, you will be getting. So let x, okay, and here also you have to write let x be the number of cups that can be bought for rupees 150. Then here it is the case of direct variation. You have to write everything, okay, direct variation, sorry, variation. Okay, you have to write everything here. And now again, now you'll be writing the okay, like this, 6 upon x equals to 60 upon 150. Okay, similarly, now what happens, you have to do the cross multiplication, right? As I have said, since here is a equal to sign, now you have to do the cross multiplication of this both. 6 into 150 equals to 60 into x. Now 60 into x equals to 6 into 150. We have just adjusted the sides, so there won't be any changes in the signs. And now here you can see both of the sides have been equally adjusted, so no need to be worried about the signs here. And here x will be remaining same, 6 will be there, 150 will be there, and 60 will be in the denominator. This will go in denominator part, right? And divide, and or x equals to, now what happens, 6 1s are 6, 6 10s are 60, 10 and 0 will cut down, x equals to 15. Hence, now we should write here rupees or not? No, we should not write here rupees, because this x is the number of cups we have supposed. We haven't supposed the cost here. We have let x be the number of cups. We haven't supposed the cost. So x equals to 15. Hence okay, directly we can write 15 cups of tea can be bought for rupees 150. Like this you can do. Okay, now here in question number 5. In question number 5 also, this is very similar question. A car needs 54 liter of petrol to cover the distance of 648. So how much will the distance be covered with 10 liter of petrol? Similar method you can use. There will be no any changes. Dilmaya owns 18,000 in 15 months. How much she will earn in 10 months? Let she will earn x in 10 months. Then after you can do. If there are 10 chairs in a room, how many chairs will be there in 12 such rooms? That means if there are 10 chairs in a room, then how many chairs will be there in 12 such room? Let x be the number of chairs in 12 rooms, and then you can do. The bus travels at a uniform speed and it covers 435 km in 12 hours. Find how many kilometers will it travel in 5 hours. So it will travel, the bus will travel x kilometers in 5 hours. Okay, then you can write make the table and you can do it, no problem with that. Krishna's income for year is this much. Now find his income in 9 months, 9 months and 15 months respectively. Now you have to find the total amount of money in 9 months in one part, in 15 months in another part. So let's do this question. This one will be a bit confusing for you, so I'm doing this. Question number 9. So here in question number 9 there will be two cases. Okay, two cases means once in 9 months, in another case will be of 15 months. So case I. In case I, what will be writing? Everything is given. Okay, given in case I. So income first will be writing here income, and in another side will be writing months. Okay, so what the question has written? The question has asked you that in 1 year, in 1 year means in 12 months, the Krishna's income is 4,32,000. That means in 12 months he will be earning 4,12,000, 32,000. Sorry. So in one whole year, that is of 12 months, he will be earning 4,32,000. In 9 months, how much he will be earning? Let it will be X. Let Krishna's income in 9 months will be X. Okay, so now what will be writing? Now again the use of the same variation table. 32,000 upon X equals to 12 upon 9. Similarly, now we'll be doing the cross multiplication. 4 into 32, sorry, 4 comma 32 comma 1 2 3 into 9 equals to 12 into X will be writing, or 432,000 into 9 upon 12 equal to X. Or now we can just calculate this. Okay, calculating as 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, and again 4 1s are 4, and here also 4 1s are 4, and here it will be 0, then 3 is there, then it will directly get 32, 4 8s are 32, then 0 0 0. So the remaining is 108,000 into 3 equals to X, or X equals to 108,000 into 3, or X equals to, now let's multiply with this, 3, when it will be multiplied, 324,000. So you do it like this, and the total income will be this much. Since this is the income, this should be, the unit should be in rupees. So now you will be writing the income of Krishna in 9 months will be rupees 324,000. Okay, similarly, since the question is asking you about the 15 months also, so we can do that also. Similarly, income again, income and months. Income, here it is given 432,000. Let X will be there, right? And the months is 12 months, and here 15 months is given, and we don't know the value of the income in 15 months, so we have supposed it let. Again, let Krishna's income be X in 15 months. Then 432,000 upon x equals to 12 upon 15 you'll be writing, and now you'll be doing the cross multiplication, like a 432,000 into 15 equals to 12 into x. Okay, cross multiplication. Okay, that we have done the cross multiplication. Now 432,000 into 15 upon 12 equals to x, or x equals to 5,40,000, 5,40,000. And in rough you can sew, you can make a rough and you can sew it on a so the process of multiplication. I think I should not show you the process of multiplication here, but you have to do it. Okay, and the total rupees is 5,40,000. 5,40,000 will be the total amount of money, amount of income of Krishna in 15 months. So this is how we have to do. I'm simply showing you the method, okay, how it has to be done, since we have already done the multiplication, simplification. So I'm not showing you the multiplication and simplification process here, but you have to do it. Okay, you have to show it in the rough. I'm just showing you the different direct variation methods, and so that it will be easy. If I have to teach you the multiplication process also, then you can write in the comment box. I don't think that we have to teach you that, because if you want to learn about the multiplication, then we have done so many exercises of multiplication and simplification. You can go through that and get the answer, how to do the multiplication of this sort of things, how to do the simplification and division process. Okay, here you can see different question is of 11 number. If 3/4, the fraction is given, 3/4 of the bag is 40 kg, and find the weight of 1/2 of bag. So we have to find out the value of it. Now let's find out. So in question number 11, what it's given, let's make a table. Fraction is given, right? Fraction of bag is given, and of bag is given, and weight is given. So fraction of bag is 3/4, one fraction, which is equals to 40 kg given. And another fraction is given, 1/2, but we don't know the total kg. So let x be the weight of 1/2 of the bag. Okay, now simply we can use the variation method, direct variation method. This is the case of direct variation. So now what we'll be doing, 3/4 upon 1/2 equals to 40 upon x. Okay, so this one is now a bit different to you, because we haven't studied this sort of thing, but we have studied. Let's do one thing. This 3 divided by 4 and this 1 divided by 2, we have done it like this. Okay, let's do 3/4 in fractions. Okay, let's suppose of fractions. This 3/4 will be like this. This whole divide is there, so we can write it like this. Okay, and 1/2 is there, we can write it like this, right? And 40 upon x will be same. Now this method will be very easy to you, and since here is the division and 1/2 fraction is there, that means now we can use the, yes, you are correct, that is the multiplicative inverse. So 3/4 will be there, and into will be there, 2/1 will be there, since the multiplicative inverse of 1/2 is 2/1 equals to 40 by x, and 3 2s are 6, or we can just cut it down, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So 3/2 will be there, and 40 by x, and 40 by x will be there. So now here you can see 3/2 and 40 by x. Now you can do the cross multiplication, or 3 into x equals to 2 into 40, or x equals to 2 into 40 upon 3, or x equals to, now this may be written in a fraction also, okay, like 80 by 3 will be there, so this can be written in a fraction also. You can put it in a decimal also, there won't be any problem with that. So this x is 80 by 3, that means 80 by 3 kgs. Now let's write in the conclusion, hence 80 by 3 kg is the weight of 1 by 2 of bag, or you can write it in a decimal also. Well, now we are at the end of this exercise, and this is question number 12. 1 by 2 part of land is 5 biga, and find the 3 by 4 part of the land. So you can find out with the help of the direct variation, with the help of the table method, or any sort of method, alternative method also you can use. So I think now we are very clear with this unitary method. If you have any problem, then you can write down in the comment box. Thank you so much everyone. Have a good day.